What's up, guys? Boy Benny. Sometimes it's really, really hard to tell the difference between parody and reality. If I were to write a SNL sketch, right, about Joe Biden, then what I would write is something about how Joe Biden crapped his pants on live TV and had to shuffle off like he had a full diaper during a live interview. But here's the thing, is that
the ones that didn't vote for your bill
actually happened. This happened. This is in the middle of an interview. You can hear it. The interviewer, Nicole Wallace on MSNBC, is in the middle of asking Joe Biden a question. And Joe Biden, you can see, like, nervously gets up and then waddles with his leg, waddles across the set without saying goodbye. Just in the middle of an interview.
Well, and the ones that didn't vote for your bills but run on them.
That's right.
Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate
it's great to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Walks,
Don't go on. And the ones that didn't vote for your bills but run on.
He still has the microphone on him. Okay, so he walks off with the microphone. He still has the microphone. He nearly slides right out of the chair. This is not a move he's supposed to be making. Something horrible.
Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate
it's great to have you.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. It's a very exciting day around here. We'll have.
So this cameraman deserves an award for dolling the camera back to show Joe Biden just wobbling off.
Reaction and analysis to everything we just heard.
And that's when Joe Biden actually takes the questions. When Joe Biden doesn't take the questions, instead he just stands like he's crapping his pants. What is he doing? This has many people, many pundits saying maybe Joe Biden shouldn't debate Donald Trump.
Here's what Jen Psaki's reaction would have been like if she was still in the White House when she heard President Biden blurt out during a live interview that he was going to debate. Because Biden's folks don't want him to debate. They don't want to give Trump that platform and risk exposing Biden like that on national TV.
Except I was thinking if I was in my old job from 2 years ago, you also don't want him to say no because no is weak and no is fear. So you have to say yes.
So you have to say, I mean, it's good to hear that because, of course, I want the debates. Everybody wants the debates. This, like, whoever this slob is here, I don't even know who this guy is. This absolute slob here sitting there, like, making the case that Joe Biden shouldn't debate because you don't want to give Trump a platform. They're such Marxists, these people. Well, Jen Psaki is out with a new bit of advice for her old boss and a couple of words for Donald Trump. Jen Psaki's damning advice to Biden: avoid the press. Go on The View. Go on The View. With a bunch of clucking hens who 100% ideologically supports you.
A lot of criticism of Biden, most recently from the New York Times, that he's held the fewest interviews and press availabilities of any president since Reagan. I personally think it would help dispel some of the concerns about his age if he did more. What would your advice be to the White House in terms of his accessibility to press?
Well, I think the benefit of the media environment right now, there's a lot of challenges, but I'm going to start at the optimistic side, is that there are so many choices. And when you're communicating from the White House, I mean, respect for freedom of speech and freedom of the press is important, but you're also really just trying to communicate with the American people.
Right.
So my view is he should come on The View before he does a press conference. Because he should, because people want to have real conversations about issues that are happening. I think press conferences are important, but I also think him doing Howard Stern, that's an interview that reached a broader audience of people. Him talking to the guys from Smartless, which is a great podcast. So if you're in the White House, you're not thinking about, am I checking the box on doing the most interviews? You're thinking about, am I doing the most I can to communicate my message to the American people? That's who I represent. So I would say more Howard Stern, come on The View, more Smartless conversations where you're having conversations about policy, but they're real ones that people have at their kitchen.
And they're not.
Yeah, real conversations that are had at a kitchen table. This is what we want. This is what's important. We should get more of that from Joe Biden. In fact, why don't we take Joe Biden and let's put him at an American kitchen table? Yeah, you know what? I'll do you one better, Jen Psaki. Let's go take Joe Biden and put him at the kitchen table of just a random middle-class American family, maybe in the South, maybe in a state like North Carolina. Joe Biden would really like to win. Let's make the family, let's make them a racial minority, okay? And I don't know. Let's buy him fried chicken. And then let's see what Joe Biden does. Oh, okay. Got it. I'm sorry. My producer is telling me that I don't have to wait for that. That video is already out. And it went like this.
Man, you got chicken fingers. You got the whole deal.
Oh, man, you got chicken fingers. You got the whole deal. Nervous laugh.
I went the route of making sure I had a hamburger.
I went the route of making sure I had a hamburger. Is that what you say when you're going out to dinner with people? When you're trying to relate with people? Like, I'm going to go home to my wife and, you know, she cooks me dinner virtually every single night. And am I going to sit down and go like, honey, I went the route of making sure that I had some hamburger. She'd ask if I was on drugs.
So tell me
Joe
about
Biden
you
is on
guys.
drugs.
What you doing these days?
What you doing these days, he says. Joe Biden's never met these people. These people are total strangers to Joe Biden.
Why don't you share about your passion of sports?
I'm playing AAU basketball right now.
Are you really? Are you guard?
Yes, sir.
Now, what grade are you in?
7th grade.
7th grade.
Right now, I'm just doing basketball, playing guard on the JV team for my school.
How about in school? How y'all doing in school? You should tell the president about the school.
Favorite thing about it is the business academy I'm in. You get to like travel, so we've been to like NC
Joe Biden. Oh, wow.
State, Wake Tech, and
You're kidding me.
we went to this small dry cleaning business, and it's cool. It's a great experience.
I'm impressed. Is that a new program at the school?
Yes, sir, it is. It just started just a couple of years ago.
You know how much this guy loves you. You just feel it, can't you?
Yes, sir.
Your dad jumped in front of a bull for you. By the way, we dads are hard to raise. Once you're a teenager, we're hard to raise. So you gotta be patient with us, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
A little patient.
Who released that? I'm not one to give the Biden campaign any advice, but who decided that that's like, that release that? Yes, they saw it and they're like, yes, release that. Joe Biden brings Black family fried chicken, talks about them getting shot with bullets. That's what Joe Biden said. Okay, don't come for me. I just played you the clip. And then Joe Biden asked a bunch of like random nonsensical questions to a bunch of people he've never met before. And everything was extremely awkward. Is this what Psaki says about like kitchen table conversations? Is that the kind of conversations you talk about? Biden's former press secretary shares ghoulish theory on why Republicans are still supporting Trump. Because they want him to die. Again, like the more depressed that these people get when they realize that they can't beat Donald Trump, the more they're going to have psychosexual fantasies of Donald Trump.
Many of them want to be close to power. They also assume or have this thought in their mind that maybe Donald Trump will go away. Maybe he'll go to jail. Maybe he will die. Not to be too morbid, but maybe, I mean, he's not a young man.
Maybe he'll just die, says Jen Psaki. Got it? Yeah, maybe we should make sure that that doesn't happen, that we win, and that all of these people have live cams on them and cry. We live stream it. The revolution will be live streamed. It'll be glorious. And Jen Psaki can cry. And all that mascara can run down her face. And it will be so much fun. It'll be fun. And then Joe Biden will have lots of time to have dinners by himself with all of his supporters. Oh, so embarrassing. Yeah, free to come on our show anytime, pal. You know the question I'd ask you. How many grandkids do you have? How many grandkids? Name the number of grandkids you have. How many do you got? It's your boy Benny. See ya.